tight. Guard the doors both day and night. Passwords strong like shields of gold. Love and wisdom shared in bold. Protect our circle, keep it clear. Online shadows lurking near. Guard your fire, don't let it slip. Family strong with cyber tips. Fishing lines in waters deep. Don't let them pull what you keep. Links they shine, but traps they weave. Trust your heart, don't be deceived. Protect our circle, keep it clear. Online shadows lurking near. Guard your fire, don't let it slip. Family strong with cyber tips. Every click we take, be wise.
What if a smart watch could alert you when your child leaves school, or a tablet that blocks unsafe apps before they're even installed? The future of tech safety is here, and it's designed for families like yours. Welcome to Family Cyber Tips Daily, your go-to spot for raising safer digital kids. Today, we're spotlighting 5 powerful tech devices made just for your child's safety, both online and offline, okay? As we do, we're just going to look at several areas, okay? Just to get this into you as quick as possible. So we're looking at why tech safety matters at all, but particularly in 2025, okay? With AI, location tracking, and online threats rising, parents need smarter tools to stay a step ahead. Thankfully, tech companies are finally focusing on solutions for families, and I celebrate them. You know, we often hold them, accountable for the nasties, the mistakes that they make, the lack of efficient protection. But when they do things right, guys, come on, we've got to praise them. And that's why we're thanking them, that they're finally focusing their solutions. Solutions are so many, and you're going to get a feel of 5 of them directed at the family, okay? So let's look at 5. And it's important that you take a note. Remember, when we give lists, we say that non-exhaustive, because there are many other devices that could be released today, but I've captured 5, done some research, and those are the 5 I'm going to share with you. If you find any that I haven't covered today as my top 5, please share it with the community, okay? Engagement, guys, engagement. All right, so we're going to look at top 5 devices to know. Very important. The first on my list is Gab Watch 3. GPS, messaging, and no social media. So it does exactly what you need it to do as a family. And it's designed for kids, okay? Aged 5 to 11. Note that. It's important that you note that, because you don't want to put this on a 15-year-old. Really, they will get looks, from their peers, and that's negative. So you don't want that. But ages 5 to 11, the Gap Watch 3 is definitely one that I will design. And remember that we're doing this, we're sharing these because security-wise, they're robust. Okay, that's why we're choosing these, not because of anything else. Apart from the features that I've just shared, security for us is king, and they do this very well. Okay, 5 to 11. Don't put a Gap Watch on a 13 or 15-year-old. Maybe 13-year-old that is not quite mature, you can do that too. Remember we talked about stabilizers. I think this was during a ministerial event that I had. And I said that we've got to shade them and give them as much support. And I use the example of stabilizers on a bicycle. It's important that the kids use appropriately designed tools. You can't give a 5 to 11-year-old a 16-year-old tool. It's just not designed for them. The sort of, is it rubber fitting? I can't remember now. They're just trying to put a square block into a round hole. It's just not designed that way, and that's why the issues are overstretched that. But the Gap Watch 3 will be our first recommendation. The second will be the Bark phone. The Bark phone, Bark as in the parental control app. The Bark phone, preloaded with content monitoring, text alerts, and app blocking. Very important in our world where we need to aid and assist our kids. It's overwhelming for them enough. So when we want to help them, this gives us a head start. It allows us monitor content, text alerts, and active blocking of apps. The third will be the Amazon Echo Glow plus parental routines. Very important that that's the one you gravitate towards. This beautiful device, and my list 1, 2, 3 doesn't mean one is better. It's just a list, okay? But this one, the Amazon Echo Glow plus parental routines, helps kids build sleep and study habits. Screen-free. That is huge. Screen-free. Some will say that's a cake. That's primitive. No screen. But we're trying to reduce and, wean our kids off too much screens. So a big tool, an efficient tool like this does the job, and it does it screen-free. So that's important to us because we want to minimize their exposure, kids that is, to screens, okay? A fourth would be the Jawbit Smart Tracker, all right? Jawbit Smart Tracker. It's tiny. It's a wearable GPS for younger children with geofencing and alerts. Another important thing to stretch our kids, if you discuss with them, because this is like being a nosy parker or spying on your children. That's not what this video aims to achieve. There are tools, okay? Now, if your relationship with your young one is such that you're not very sure whether they're going to be okay, and they also, are really showing you those signs that they don't think they'll be okay, then use tech for assistance. It's there, okay? So tech will allow you manage, monitor, and know exactly what your child is up to, obviously with their permission. That's why I said you've got to go this with them. But importantly, okay, you'll be able to tell where they are, and it's tiny. It's a wearable GPS, not a phone that draws unnecessary attention. So it's pretty good. It's the Jawbit Smart Tracker, okay? I'll give you a fifth. It's called the TrueMe Safe Smartphone. This is customizable with parent-approved apps and built-in screen time limits. I love the idea of the parent-approved apps. It reminds me of guided access, the guided access feature on the iPhone ecosystem, where if you want to share your phone with your young one, you enable it, which makes it password protected, and more importantly, they only get to see what you want them to see on your phone. And that's, if it's a kid, just YouTube Kids. And that's all they can do on that phone. No matter what they do, they can't move from app to app. It will just be what you've told it to do. And this is similar. It's customizable. The TrueMe Safe Smartphone. An added bonus is the built-in screen time limits that allows you manage screen time. You notice that we are pulling our kids away from the screen because we know about the dangers that I shared in episodes before now, okay? I think those 5 will do. Like I mentioned, please share your top app. Could even be an app released today. That's how fast these things are going. But ultimately, engage us. Let us know what ones work for you, so that if we do our research on the ones you've put in the comments and we find that it's whoa, then we'll talk about it at one of our sit downs. Okay. All right. So let's look at what to look for when buying. Very important also. What should you as a parent and caregiver look for when you're buying one of these devices, okay? Because not every kid-safe device is created equal. And that's unfortunate. They're getting there, but they're not all playing, fair. Some rush up their devices to market, and that means you're rushing a device. The quality control is not as good, so you have bugs. Okay, so they may have advertisements suggesting that the kid's safe, but with bugs, okay? So they're not created equal. So you've got to be on your toes. You've got to look out for that, okay? And then look out for age-appropriate design. These crooks, the enemy in general, will do anything to capture our young ones' attention, no matter how subtle, okay? You notice I said age-appropriate design. You have suggestive designs on tools, on devices, that if you pull up, you'll question what the creator was thinking. And some of these devices, really, those suggestions, I'm being very PG right now, but ultimately, look at the design. I've seen perfumes with, signs, and I can't do it here because it's just messy. When you look at it, you know exactly what the vendor was trying to do, because you can see it from afar. It reads like something else that's naughty. The perfume. Well, I don't expect you know it, but there is a perfume out there that looks like something it's not. And that's what I'm warning us, and that's what we should look out for when we're buying it, because those subtle things, they build up and then get into some messy, attract the wrong people, basically. Easy parental controls should be another that we look out for, okay? Strong battery life. There's no point buying a device that's going to switch off even before they get into the train. Many of those early, the ones that were rushed to the market, that's exactly how they were. You've got to give it a full charge. And if your journey from home to the station is far, by the time you get into the train, the battery has died and you don't have any way to. So look for strong battery life. And if you don't see it on the packaging, ask the vendor, okay? If you're buying it online, look at the reviews. Just make sure that there's strong and long battery life, okay? Should I add another one? It's getting longer than normal. Okay, no, we'll add one more. Limited distractions. Limited distractions. What you're looking for when buying, that the device has limited distractions on it. Like the one that I shared earlier about the fact that it didn't have any social media. Those are distractions, okay? No ads. And some of those ads also could be suggestive. So limited distractions on the device. If I was recommending, well, I can't do that. But if I was picking one, yeah, I can. It's our podcast. I can, and I want to bless you. Okay, the one that didn't have a screen. You can't be distracted if there's no screen. Okay, so limited distraction should be something you look out for on those devices. Okay, stretch that a bit too. So we're getting to the business end of our engagement. And it's, if you like, a bonus tip. Set it up together. When you're unwrapping the device and everybody in the house is happy, yeah, I've got this toy and all that, make sure you're setting it up together as the parent. That's a duty you can't outsource. Your young man or young lady, I say lady and man in jest, but your young one may want to do it to show off that they're mature and that they deserve the gadget and they want to go solo. We respect that, but you're the parent, you know when they are ready. And you don't want a situation where you hand the thing over to them and while setting it up, they break it first time. So I think there's some virtue, and wisdom to do it with them so that out of the box, at least it gets onto, if it's a wearable, it gets onto their hands and all that. But the actual setup of the device, which especially the 5 to 11, the vendor would more than likely advise that it be set up by someone old or older, okay? So involve your child in setting up the device. Explain why safety matters. And this helps build digital responsibility, accountability, and trust. Very important that you do that, okay? Set it up with them. Let them be a part of that journey. And then we'll see things and they grow as they see, okay? Very important. And I'm glad that you would do that for them, okay? So if you want peace of mind in your pocket, these devices are not just cool, they're powerful parenting tools, okay? They're non-exhaustive. I have asked that you share in the comments if you have a tool that I haven't covered and you feel the community need to know, okay? Like the video if you've received value this evening. Share it with your family, okay? Very important. And remember that we gather here every weekday at 6 p.m. on Family Cyber Tips, okay? Daily, all right? Very important that we share this as much as possible with those we love and care for, okay? I've been your host, Lawrence Edem. Until tomorrow, same time, God bless and goodbye.
See through all their clever lies. Knowledge builds a fortress tall. Together